All right. It is almost 6 in the afternoon now. It is day 39 of this challenge. And we got to get some more drops in the Deep Darkness Swamp. And even though I can get these drops later because these enemies are permanent, I might as well just do them now. Because I don't want to wait till later to do it. And the only enemies left are the low drop rate enemies. The ones with a 2 in 128 chance and lower. Because, we have to suffer eventually. This challenge isn't just sunshine and rainbows. Now, for my first target, I want it to be a hard crocodile. And they are fairly common throughout the Deep Darkness Swamp, so it shouldn't take too long to find one. Okay, I know that's not a hard crocodile. What is that? Okay, it's an even slimier little pile. Okay, we don't care about the even slimier little pile because we already got their drop. I got their drop yesterday. So yeah, we don't care about them right now. What we care about is finding a hard crocodile. Okay, we don't care about the hostile elder oak either, because we also got their drop. Okay, for some reason I haven't seen a single crocodile, like at all so far. Dude, I swear the hard crocodile is a common enemy to find around here. Okay, we don't care about the big pile of puke either. We also got their drop already. Oh, yes, hard crocodile. It's right there. I see it. Wait, is that Zapeel gonna group up? He is. Because why wouldn't he? Yes. All right, we got the hard crocodile singled out. All right, the hard crocodile has a 2 in 128 chance of dropping a super plush bear. So we might as well get started with the grind since it is a low drop rate and it could take a while. And as you can tell, the hard crocodile is a palette swap of the strong crocodile from chapter 4. And it's the strongest version of the crocodile enemies. Because, the weakest one is in chapter 3, where you find the plain crocodile. And then the strong crocodile is in chapter 4, and it's a palette swap of the plain crocodile. But then in chapter 7, of course, the hard crocodile is a palette swap of the strong crocodile. And say it with me, the only difference is that the hard crocodile changes colors and is stronger and has more health, meaning it's harder to kill. Like, seriously, these hard crocodiles are freaking tanks. Like, they take so many hits to go down. But the good thing about the hard crocodile is that if you're just playing the game normally and you fight it singled out, it won't really be that bad. Like, yeah, they can do a lot of damage to you, especially if they bite you or if they swing their tail at you. But other than that, it should be fine. You won't really struggle too much with the hard crocodile, despite it being the strongest, well, one of the strongest enemies you can find in the deep darkness swamp. Like, if anything, the zap eel is stronger because it does more damage to you. And also, I've been getting really lucky with these drops lately because I've been getting them in such a low amount of attempts. Yep. Ness got a smash. Wait, a smash? A smash hit from Ness wasn't enough to kill him. Yeah, that's how you know this thing's a tank. I can't kill it with a smash hit from Ness. My strongest character, by the way. Because Ness is that guy. He's a god. And really the only thing I gotta say at this point is that I just hope you get the drop fast. And it's fine if it takes a while to get the drop, because I have all the time in the world to complete this challenge. It's not like I'm on a time limit or whatever. I can take as much time as I want to get these drops and to complete the challenge. But you know, I just hope I get the drop fast. And also, for the redemption, so far the Deep Darkness Swamp has been going on a lot better than when I did this challenge the first time. Because when I did this challenge the first time, you guys know that I basically lost days worth of progress at this point. But the Deep Darkness Swamp just took so long to complete when I did this the first time. It took me literal days to complete. And that's because I didn't think to use save states at the time. So yeah, it wasn't... Yeah, none of the drops were annoying to get, besides the Manly Fish's brothers drop. But, you know, it just took a while to complete. I gotta go eat. Hold up. We gotta win the battle first. Yeah, because I have my priorities straight. All right, I'm gonna go. All right, grinding for the hard crocodiles drop part 2. I had to go eat dinner. We had some butter chicken with broccoli. It was pretty good. But of course, I have to get back to grinding. Okay, smash hit from Pooh, 244 damage. And then Pooh gets hit immediately after. Then Paula saves Pooh by killing the hard crocodile. Like, dude, you gotta love the team effort here. Like, there's been so many moments throughout this challenge where I'm just battling enemies and then one character gets hit hard or they die, well, getting ready to die from an attack, and then a party member just clutches up for them. But hey, these are the same 4 teenagers that are fighting a crocodile. These are some brave teenagers, because no one in their right mind is going to fight a crocodile. But you have to be one of the stupidest people alive if you think you can beat a crocodile in a fight barehanded. Smash hit, 244 damage. And it was from Pooh. Okay, he didn't do that much damage to Ness. Oh, I should probably make Jeff use the heavy bazooka to do more damage, because currently the heavy bazooka does more damage than Jeff's actual weapon. I mean, that's barely even better. Yeah, we're not using the heavy bazooka, because that was barely even better. Oh wait, I forgot to mention this earlier. The hard crocodile is the only version of the crocodile enemies that plays a different battle theme. Because the plain and the strong crocodile plays battle against a weird opponent as their battle theme. But for the hard crocodile, for some reason they play battle against Belch as their battle theme, even though the hard crocodile has nothing to do with Master Belch. I don't know. It's like that for some other enemies in the Deep Darkness Swamp too. The manly fish. Ooh, yes. Let's go. See, I knew that wasn't gonna take long. I had a feeling that it wasn't gonna take long. But there we go. The hard crocodiles drop. The super plush bear. And this acts as a shield. But of course, the super plush bear has a set amount of health. So if it takes too much damage, it will die. All right. Let's go. Also, why am I just now noticing that I forgot to sell Paula's lucky coin? Like, I literally saw that as I was putting the super plush bear in Paula's inventory. Like, dude, why? How come I'm just now noticing I didn't sell it? But yeah, a few more enemies play Battle Against Belch as their battle theme, and they also have nothing to do with Master Belch. The Manly Fish plays Battle Against Belch, as well as the Zap Eel. My guess is that they just made those enemies play that battle theme because they had no idea what they wanted to do. But you know, I didn't make this game. I mean, I was born like, wait, hold on, I need to do my math. Okay, so this game came out in 1994. I was born in 2010. 10 years would be 2004. Yeah, I was born 16 years after the game came out. So yeah, I didn't develop the game, but that's just my guess on what they did. All right, let's save the game because I don't want to lose progress. And now my next target is going to be the Zap Eel. They are... I'm pretty sure you can only find them in like the first few sections of the Deep Darkness Swamp. But I'm gonna try my best to find one because the Zap Eel can be a little bit difficult to find. Wait, what is that thing? That's probably just a regular manly fish. Yeah, it's just a regular manly fish. So yeah, we don't care about him right now. We already got his drop. And plus, he doesn't really do much anyway. So he's not really that big of a threat. Because I'm pretty sure the only attack it has is just jabbing you with its spear. But the version of the enemy you really have to look out for is the manly fish's brother. They are rare to find, but if you do encounter one, yeah, good luck. Because they don't jab with their spear, because they have PSI. And they do a ton of damage with their PSI moves. Okay, it's just an even slimier little pile. And another manly fish. Dude, I don't know why I found so many even slimier little piles. Because I swear those things are uncommon. Okay, that's good that he hit... That's good that he hit the super plush bear and not one of us. Because the super plush bear will make us... It will shield attacks for us most of the time. But you know, it's gonna die eventually from taking too much damage. But yeah, let's try to find a Zap Eel. And the Zap Eels are pretty dangerous to fight because they use PSI Thunder to attack you. So they summon literal lightning at you. And it does a lot of damage. But the good thing about the Zap Eel is that they are pretty weak. Like, at the most, it'll probably take you like 3 hits to kill it. Okay, why am I finding so many hard crocodiles all of a sudden? They weren't spawning when I needed them. And now they choose to spawn all of a sudden? Okay, we don't care about the demonic petunia yet. Because I want to save this guy for later. Okay, what even is that attack? Oh, I see a Zap Eel right there. And also, when I did this challenge for the first time, I found out that you can actually bait a Zap Eel out of the water. And when they're out of the water, they just flop around when trying to chase you down. Which makes sense. They are an eel, so they belong in the water. But you can get them out of the water. And it's so funny to see them out of the water. Like, they're just flopping around. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that Zap Eel despawned because I went too far off the screen. Oh, never mind. There's a Zap Eel right there. There's one right there. That's perfect. That is perfect. All right, the Zap Eel has a 2 in 128 chance of dropping a PSI caramel. So this could take a while, but let's go ahead and start the grind. Yeah, these guys are pretty dangerous to fight. But at least they don't take that many hits to kill. Yeah, I just killed it in 3 hits. So yeah. But let's just hope I get the Zap Eels drop fast. Oh yeah, and if I do end up getting the Zap Eels drop fast, then we have time to grind for another enemy's drop. And that one being the demonic petunia, which is definitely one of the easier enemies to kill in the Deep Darkness Swamp. You know, it's similar to Zap Eel. Like, they are pretty dangerous to fight, but that's only if you don't kill it fast enough. Because I'm pretty sure they have a set pattern, meaning their moveset is predictable. There are a few enemies that also have predictable movesets. So yeah, with the demonic petunia, all you gotta do is just memorize their attack pattern, and you'll kill them very easily every time. And also, it's very weird for a Nintendo game to use the word demonic. You know, this is the same game where you fight piles of barf. Like Earthbound will literally make you fight anything. Like literally anything. Like I'm fighting an eel that can shoot lightning at me. Hey, dude, I know some eels are electric, but that's not how that works. And yeah, I know this is a fictional world. Like, dude, I believe in a fictional world where a 13-year-old boy named Ness literally has the mission to save the entire universe from from an evil alien named Gaius who went insane because he didn't have a mother and because he destroyed himself with his own power. But how is an eel shooting lightning at me? Lightning. And an even better question, how are we not dead from being shot at with lightning? Like, the lightning should fry us to a crisp. But then again, I'm just saying this as a joke because I know this is a fictional world with fictional characters and fictional physics. Okay, he just tried to hit Paula. Yeah, he just tried to hit Paula. Because Paula has the Franklin badge. Yeah, I always keep the Franklin badge on Paula. Yeah, I'm just not realizing. We only have 3 more drops to get in the Deep Darkness Swamp. And I'm pretty sure the Deep Darkness Swamp is the location with the most amount of drops to get in the entire game. Because there's 10 drops to get from the Deep Darkness Swamp. Yeah, I think... Yeah, this definitely is the location with the most amount of drops. Okay, he just tried to hit Paula. He just tried to hit Paula again. Dude, that is so lucky. He just tried to hit Paula twice with the lightning. But it deflected because she has the Franklin badge. Dude, imagine if you could have multiple Franklin badges. But yeah, that's just not a thing in this game. There's only one Franklin badge in the whole game. So I have no idea why it's called the Franklin badge. Why the name Franklin?
Well, you just upload it daily. I could probably upload daily. And I actually do it. Well, I don't say daily, but I upload a lot. You upload every like a week. Or every like a month, bro. Only inconsistent.
He's not wrong. I am inconsistent.
In literally everything. It don't matter what it is you do.
And I assure you, once this challenge is done, I'm taking the longest break I possibly can from video game challenges in general. Okay, what am I saying? This is
you still gonna play so many video games.
This is literally the only video game challenge I've ever done. This is literally the only one. You know, I've seen people do video game challenges worse than this.
They are about the same color as the bag. Just about. Maybe even darker. I don't know how you can be that dark, but you're that dark. And as you smiling behind it, because you're that dark. And now you just turn that frown upside down. Now, weird, I see a smile. Oh, I see a smile. I see a smile. See.
Bro.
I saw that. Not slip.
If you guys didn't watch the EarthBound challenge movie from a few months back, basically one of the reasons I wanted to do a video game challenge of my own is because it's been a childhood dream of mine ever since like 9 or 10 years old. Because I would just constantly watch a bunch of Nathaniel Bandy and a bunch of Nika BBQ challenge videos where they beat Mario games while touching every coin possible without touching coins, doing it as mini Mario without pressing left. I mean, Nathaniel Bandy even made a video where he tried to beat the game with just the blue shell. It didn't go too well. And then as soon as I found out about EarthBound challenge videos, such as the one by Hermes, where he only got the 1 in 128 items, or the Ultimate EarthBound run by Flyhammer, where he managed to beat the game without using any weapons, PSI, items, equipment, or save states. You know, I had to do a challenge video of my own at that point. So yeah, when I finished the challenge after the first time, it felt great, finally fulfilling a childhood dream of mine. Except I didn't actually fully complete the challenge. Because, the whole thing with Captain Strong. But since this time I actually did get his drop, once I do finish the redemption, the challenge will really be complete. And then I'm gonna have to make the movie. And the movie will be better this time. Because it's not just gonna be a black screen with my profile picture in the middle most of the time. There will be actual gameplay. And then sometimes it will be my profile picture. Yeah, that's just future planning before the planning even starts. Just know that it will mostly be gameplay. And I'll try to write the script in a way where I'm not just saying I just got the drops. I'll actually explain some context and explain some story within the game. Because the script from the first movie, it just didn't really feel like I was explaining anything. Like, it was basically just me listing the drops I got in the order I got them, with some occasional jokes. I mean, come on, I even went off script for the jokes sometimes. And also, when I was writing some parts of the script, I actually found out about some information, both in game and out of the game. Such as when I was getting done with writing the Winters part for the script, like right at the end, I found out that Jeff is actually British. Because he just is for some reason. So yeah, if there was voice acting in this game, Jeff would have a British accent. Yeah, the point is, I'm just gonna try to write the script where I actually explain stuff. I actually want to take my time writing the script. And I'm honestly hoping that the second movie's script will be even larger than the first movie's script. because the first movie script ended up being 36 pages. But yeah, I want to actually explain more things within the script. You know, it'll make the script longer. So I'm hoping that it'll be longer than 36 pages. And also there will be more stuff added to it. Could you guys know like those little sections where if I'll try to make a joke out of the music and like make the text move around with the music and whatever? Like the one with the pyramid section or the one with foresight. Yeah, I'll try to add a bit more of those. And when I move on to another chapter within the script, instead of it just being chapter blank at the top with the locations of that chapter below it, I'll try to like add Mario Kart Double Dash, like the course intro theme from Mario Kart Double Dash, into those sections, and like show the maps, show the maps of some of the locations. Yeah, I already know it will take me weeks to finish. Because I think when I wrote the script and made the first movie, it ended up taking me around 2 or 3 weeks to finish. Yeah, I think it was around 2 or 3 weeks. So it took a while. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna have time to get another drop from the Deep Darkness Swamp today. Yeah, I'm definitely not getting another drop today. So yeah, this will be the last drop for today, which is a good thing. Because another reason why the challenge was so brutal for me the first time is because I just had, I was being too persistent with the game. Like I just kept grinding and grinding and grinding, and I just never seemed to stop. I was being too persistent, and it ended up with me going a little bit insane. And I also got a little bit of sleep deprivation during the challenge. And then I literally kept feeling the aftermath of the challenge. for like literal weeks. So yeah, the first time I did this challenge, it was very brutal, man. Very brutal. But it was also because I just wasn't really prepared enough to take on the challenge. And of course, I didn't actually know how the drops worked at the time. Because this challenge seems simple theoretically. Because in your head, it's just like, oh, just take down enough of these enemies and then pray you get the drop. That's not how the drops work in the game. Like that's literally not even close to how it works. So in short, each time you battle an enemy during the battle will actually have the drop, but the game just has to calculate its probability of it happening. So essentially what's happening every time I battle this Zap Eel right here is that the game knows the Zap Eel has the drop. They know it has it. But I just have to land on that small percentage of a chance where I end up getting the drop. But yeah, I just wasn't really prepared for the monstrosities this challenge will take me through. I just really wasn't prepared. Because, I started out confident that this challenge would be easy. Because, I grinded for a few of these drops before, way before I even had the thought of doing this challenge. One of those being the Sword of Kings from the Starman Super. I've gotten it tons of times on casual playthroughs of this game. So yeah, I'm used to grinding for the Sword of Kings. So yeah, to me, because I grinded for the Sword of Kings multiple times outside of this challenge, the Starman Super really shouldn't be that difficult for me to get. It really shouldn't be. And plus, out of the 1 in 128 enemies, it's definitely one of the easier ones to do. But the Starman Super is notorious for being very missable. Because you can actually lock yourself out of getting the Sword of Kings permanently. And the Bionic Kraken, all the way in chapter 9, they also shouldn't be too bad, since they never group up with the other enemies. So when we do get to the final dungeon of the game, the Bionic Kraken will be one of my first targets. Because it's not really difficult to get their drop. You know, they go down pretty easy. But the real hard part about getting the Bionic Krakens to drop is just trying to get one to spawn. Because they are rare enemies. Oh yeah, with the Starman Super, the way I used to grind for the Starman Supers drop is that I would get to a certain area in the Stonehenge base, which is where they spawn, and I would just stay in that area and grind on the Starman Supers before fighting the boss. Because if you fight the boss of the Stonehenge base, you will permanently lock yourself out of the Sword of Kings. So I would just run around until I find a few starmen, and then I'll kill them and just pray I got the drop. Oh, yes. Oh, finally. Oh, that took so long. I've been recording this second part of the video for 44 minutes. Yeah, that took a long time. But finally, we have the Zap Eels drop. All right, let's go save the game. But anyway, since I have more knowledge about the drops and how they actually work, we're not just gonna run around and pray I get the drop from killing a Starman Super. Nope. That's peasantry work. We're using save states. Because you guys know me, I like to abuse save states. I mean, that's literally how I've gotten most of the drops of the challenge for this redemption. Just using save states. All right. Two drops. So that should be 8 out of 10 drops collected in the Deep Darkness Swamp now. Yeah, that's 8. Save the game because I don't want to lose progress. All right, I'm out because I want to rest for the rest of today. So we'll get the next 2 drops tomorrow if I do get the time.